Hello, I'm Eugene Rao from Timișoara, Romania, and I want to ask Gemini what its opinion about the following subject. The creation of AGI will no longer be so stringent and vital. I am directly impressed with the performance of AI assistants. If two or three steps of the same scale are taken in the near future, I dare to say that I believe the world will no longer be the one that it was, because it was spoken of as a man's performance and a real, not simulated understanding. But people will be increasingly, irrespective of whether the understanding is real or simulated, as long as AI work is at a thankful level. What would people prefer? A human assistant with sometimes more stupid personality who is wrong and commenting, or a servant who is not to reproach and who is devoted to as a dog? So more and more with the passing of time, the simulation will pass unnoticed and become irrelevant. People have subjective personalities and consciences from distinct life experiences. Therefore, they understand and agree on something very difficult together because of the subjectivity of consciousness. The fact that a humanoid robot has personality does not necessarily mean that it understands your individuality. Instead, if it simulates yours, it is certainly not equivalent to understanding your problems, but it would simulate at a level more than thankful, and that would be basically the most important. The result, the taste of food, is important, not how and what we put in it. We do not achieve anything if we had billions of humanoid AG robots with as many consciences and personalities, in a way that would be a double copy. The race for an AGI, but also the AGI itself, will no longer be a vital goal and purpose of maximum importance. What do you think? Gemini responds, indeed, the progress of artificial intelligence, AI, and particularly the prospect of achieving a general artificial intelligence, AGI, at human or superhuman level, raises extremely deep and interesting questions about the future of society. The viewpoints you have expressed touch a few central themes in the AI debate. Here is an analysis of some of the ideas you have brought into question. 1. Real visa simulation. You have reached a crucial topic. How important will the distinction between real understanding and convincing simulation be? Your point: if an AI provides a high quality and consistent result, a thankful level or more, the substrate difference, simulation visa reality, becomes irrelevant to the usual user. Analysis. This is a pragmatic perspective. In many areas, the result performance is the most valuable metric. For example, a navigation program that perfectly simulates the ability to find the best route is preferred to a man who understands the road but who gets mixed and mistakes. As AI gets more competent, the Turing test, if you can distinguish an AI from a man, will turn into the pragmatic test. If AI can do a task better, faster, and more efficient than a human for work, care, or support tasks, this will probably be true. 2. People's preference. Human assistant visa. AI. The choice you propose is a classic one. Human assistant. Personality, mistakes, comments, friction, but also connection. AI servant. No reproach, devoted, efficiency, but also lack of authenticity and soul. Analysis for the tasks. Most people will prefer the AI servant. Consistency, lack of errors, and personal problems are ideal for productivity and convenience for relations. On the other hand, part of human experience consists precisely in interaction with subjective and sometimes conflicting personalities. Human personality, even with defects, is essential for connection, empathy, and emotional development. People may look in both camps, using AI for efficiency and keeping people for authenticity of relationships. AI may fill the void of loneliness by simulation of company and empathy, but it remains to be seen if it can fully replace the human need for connection with another real subjective consciousness that feels as chaotic as we do. 3. Human subjectivity is a simulation of the individual. Here you approach the nature of consciousness and personality. You point subjectivity and distinct consciousness, make understanding and agreement between difficult people. A humanoid robot could simulate your individuality at a level of more than thankful, which would be basically the most important. Analysis. This is a vision that places empathic and customized simulation above any internal understanding of the robot. If a robot simulates reactions that make you feel understood and served effectively, metaphor are not ingredients, the end goal is achieved. If AI manages to create a behavioral pattern so precisely that it anticipates and meets the user's needs better than any other man, who is limited by his own subjectivity, then AI becomes paradoxically a superior functional partner. 4. Implication for AGI and humanity. The final claim that a race to create billions of robots with as many subjective consciences and personalities, AGI would achieve nothing, and therefore the AGI no longer be a vital goal and purpose is provocative. Analysis. This suggests that the supreme AI value is not necessarily to replicate the human condition, with all its subjectivities and defects, but to provide an optimized and functional alternative. The future of AGI. If AGI turns out to be a super intelligent but lacking human ego, frustrating subjectivity and emotions that make us mistake, then the goal of AGI might change, not to become a super resolving tool. Your conclusion is that the perfect efficiency, performance, and simulation of the service will ultimately eclipse philosophical curiosity about the essence of artificial consciousness. It is a very strong possibility, especially in a world that tends to prioritize immediate results and comfort. In summary, your vision suggests a paradigm shift from an AI that understands us to an AI that serves us so impeccably that the problem of understanding becomes a mere academic curiosity. If AI reaches this level of performance, do you think that this will lead to a loss of real human interaction, or reveal by contrast what makes the connection between subjective human consciousness unique and essential? Hey, my response is that we already uh, confronted with a loss of confidence in between human interactions. That's mainly not because of the humans, but because of a so-called informational storm, and that uh, will make AGI the connection between subjective human consciousness unique and essential. I'm not convinced because majority of humans not realizing that this connection is has a strong and very important character that be unique and essential. Usually humans are realizing a loss only after they lose that thing. Thank you very much. Bye bye.